It's a confusing time when you're told your kidneys aren't working like they used to. Suddenly, simple things like what's on your dinner plate become a source of worry. You know, protein is important. It's needed for energy, for muscles, for keeping you strong. But you also hear that too much of the wrong kind can put a real strain on those precious kidneys. It feels like a catch-22. How do you get the strength you need without doing more harm than good? There's a secret to navigating this, and it's all about making smarter choices, not necessarily eating less of everything. Understanding which proteins help your kidneys and which ones make them work overtime can make all the difference in how you feel day to day. In this video, we're going to uncover the 4 best proteins to welcome onto your plate and the 6 worst ones you absolutely need to be mindful of, especially if you're over 60 and managing kidney health. It's simpler than you might think, but it requires knowing these key distinctions. Watch to the end, because something I'll share about common protein sources might truly surprise you. Now, let's dive into the proteins that can be your friends when you have kidney concerns. It's not just about cutting back. It's about choosing quality over quantity and picking sources that produce less waste for your kidneys to filter. Think of your kidneys like a filter for your body's waste products, and protein digestion naturally creates waste. The goal is to choose proteins that create less of that difficult-to-filter waste, like urea, and are lower in minerals that can build up when kidneys aren't working well, such as phosphorus and potassium. One of the absolute best sources of protein for kidney patients is fish, especially fatty fish like salmon, trout, mackerel, and herring. Why fish? Well, besides being a fantastic source of high-quality protein that your body can easily use, fish provides those wonderful omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are known for their anti-inflammatory properties, which can be beneficial for overall health, including potentially reducing some of the inflammation associated with chronic kidney disease. More importantly, compared to many other protein sources, fish tends to be lower in phosphorus. Phosphorus is a mineral that healthy kidneys remove from your blood. But when kidneys are struggling, it can build up and cause bone problems and other issues. Fatty fish, in particular, offers a great protein punch with less of that phosphorus load. Aim for 2 or 3 servings of fish per week. Preparation matters, though baking, grilling, or poaching fish is ideal. Avoid frying fish, as that adds unhealthy fats and often requires salty coatings. A simple baked salmon fillet with herbs or grilled trout with lemon can be a delicious and kidney-friendly meal. It's about enjoying the flavor and benefits of fish without adding extra strain. Moving on from the sea. Another excellent protein choice is lean poultry, like skinless chicken or turkey. Again, the key word here is lean and skinless. The dark meat and skin of poultry contain more fat, which is fine in moderation for healthy people. But for kidney patients, managing fat intake is often part of the overall dietary strategy. White meat chicken breast or turkey breast is a superb source of high-quality protein that is generally lower in fat and phosphorus compared to red meats. Portion control is crucial, as it is with all protein sources for kidney patients. Your doctor or a kidney dietitian can help you determine the right amount for your specific needs. But a common guideline is a portion about the size of a deck of cards. Preparing lean poultry simply is best baking, roasting, or grilling without adding salty marinades or sauces. Think a simply seasoned baked chicken breast or sliced turkey in a salad. This provides the necessary protein for muscle maintenance and energy without burdening the kidneys with excessive waste products or phosphorus. It's a versatile protein that can be incorporated into many different dishes, making it easier to stick to a kidney-friendly diet. Next on our list of kidney-friendly proteins are eggs, particularly egg whites. Eggs are often called a complete protein source because they contain all the essential amino acids your body needs. The protein in eggs is very high quality and easily digestible. Now, why emphasize egg whites? The yolk of an egg is where most of the phosphorus is found. While whole eggs can sometimes be included in a kidney diet in moderation, Egg whites are a fantastic way to get pure, high-quality protein with very little phosphorus. This makes them incredibly valuable for kidney patients who need protein but need to limit phosphorus intake. Scrambled egg whites. An egg white omelet loaded with kidney-friendly vegetables like onions, peppers, or mushrooms. Or even adding egg whites to a soup can boost protein intake without adding much phosphorus or potassium found in some foods. They are also relatively low in sodium, provided you don't add a lot of salt during cooking. Egg whites are inexpensive, easy to prepare, and can be used in many different meals. From breakfast to a quick snack, they offer a straightforward way to meet your protein needs while being mindful of your kidney health. Finally, let's consider a plant-based option that can be included carefully: tofu and certain legumes like lentils and some beans. This is where things get a little more nuanced because plant proteins can sometimes be higher in phosphorus and potassium than animal proteins. And the phosphorus in plants, called phytate, is often less absorbed by the body than animal phosphorus. However, tofu, especially firm or extra firm tofu, can be a good protein source. It's made from soybeans. And while soybeans do contain phosphorus, the process of making tofu reduces some of it, and the phosphorus that remains is less bioavailable, meaning your body doesn't absorb as much of it. Tofu is low in sodium naturally. Check labels for added salt and versatile. You can stir-fry it, bake it, or even scramble it. Legumes like lentils, chickpeas, and kidney beans are also good sources of protein and fiber. The challenge with legumes for kidney patients is their potassium and phosphorus content. However, soaking and thoroughly cooking legumes can reduce some of the potassium. Portion control is absolutely key here, and they might not be suitable for everyone, especially those with very strict potassium or phosphorus restrictions. This is why working with a dietitian is so important. They can help you figure out if and how legumes fit into your specific diet plan based on your lab results. But for some, including small, controlled portions of tofu or well-prepared legumes can add variety and valuable plant-based protein. So, those are 4 categories of protein to lean towards: fish, lean poultry, eggs, especially whites, and cautiously, some plant-based options like tofu or certain legumes in careful amounts. These choices help you get the protein you need while being gentler on your kidneys. Now that we've talked about the proteins you can feel good about including, let's shift gears and talk about the ones that tend to cause problems. These are the proteins that can put extra stress on your kidneys because they are high in problematic minerals like sodium and phosphorus, or they create more difficult waste products for your kidneys to filter. First up, and probably one of the biggest culprits, is processed meats. Think sausages, bacon, hot dogs, deli meats like ham and turkey slices, jerky, and pepperoni. These foods are notorious for being loaded with sodium and phosphorus additives. Sodium makes your body hold on to fluid, which can raise blood pressure and strain your kidneys and heart. Phosphorus additives, used to preserve or flavor processed meats, are absorbed much more readily by your body than natural phosphorus, leading to dangerous buildup in the blood for people with kidney disease. Beyond the sodium and phosphorus, processed meats often contain unhealthy saturated fats and nitrates, which aren't good for anyone, let alone someone managing a chronic health condition. Making a sandwich with deli meat or having bacon for breakfast might seem harmless, but the cumulative effect of these processed proteins can significantly worsen kidney function over time. Swapping these out for leftover baked chicken or turkey slices is a much better choice. It's about reading labels carefully and realizing that convenience often comes with a heavy cost in terms of sodium and additives that are hard on your kidneys. Another protein source to be very cautious with, and often advised in limited quantities or avoided depending on your kidney stage, is large portions of red meat, especially fatty cuts. While lean red meat in small amounts can be part of some kidney diets, large steaks, burgers, unless very lean, and ribs are generally discouraged. Red meat tends to be higher in phosphorus than lean poultry or fish. More significantly, The process of digesting red meat can create a higher amount of acid load and certain waste products that are harder for the kidneys to excrete compared to protein from fish or plants. Think of it like a heavier workload for your kidney filters. This doesn't mean you can never have a small piece of lean red meat occasionally if your doctor or dietitian says it's okay. But making it a daily or even frequent centerpiece of your meal is not advisable for kidney patients. Portion size is absolutely critical here. That large 8-ounce steak might be tempting, but a 3 or 4-ounce portion is a vastly different story in terms of the load it puts on your kidneys. Understanding that even the amount of protein matters, not just the type, is key. And red meat is a prime example where quantity can be a problem. Let's talk about how food is prepared, because that makes a huge difference, especially with proteins. Fried meats and proteins found in fast food meals are generally very bad choices for kidney health. Frying adds a lot of unhealthy fats, and fast food is almost always incredibly high in sodium. That fried chicken, fish and chips, or fast food burger might be convenient or taste good in the moment, but they are loaded with ingredients that stress your kidneys. The high sodium contributes to fluid retention and high blood pressure, which are major issues for kidney patients. The unhealthy fats contribute to heart problems, which often go hand in hand with kidney disease. And the protein source itself might be lower quality or prepared with additives. Even seemingly healthier fast food options can be surprisingly high in sodium. Cooking at home allows you to control the ingredients, especially salt and type of fat used. Choosing baked fish or grilled chicken instead of fried versions is a simple but powerful change that protects your kidneys. It's a tough habit to break if you rely on convenience or crave that fried texture. But finding healthier ways to prepare your favorite proteins at home is a vital step. Another category of protein to be very wary of is many protein bars and powders. Unless they are specifically formulated for kidney patients, these products are often marketed as healthy or convenient ways to boost protein intake. But for someone with kidney disease, they can be dangerous. Many standard protein powders and bars are extremely high in phosphorus, potassium, and sodium. They might contain added vitamins and minerals that are problematic for kidney patients whose bodies can't excrete excesses. For example, calcium phosphate or potassium phosphate are common additives in these products to improve texture or boost mineral content, but they contribute significantly to the phosphorus load your kidneys have to handle. Unless a registered dietitian specializing in kidney disease has recommended a specific protein supplement for you, based on your individual needs and lab work, it is generally best to avoid these. Getting your protein from whole foods that we discussed earlier, fish, lean poultry, eggs, controlled portions of plant proteins, is almost always the safest and most effective way to meet your protein needs without adding a hidden burden to your kidneys. Don't fall for the marketing. Always check the nutrition label and ingredient list. Or better yet, get advice from a professional who understands kidney diets. Continuing our look at proteins to be mindful of, let's consider canned meats and some prepared foods containing meat, especially soups. While convenient, canned meats like tuna, unless explicitly low sodium and drained, corned beef, and canned chicken are often packed in brine loaded with sodium. Canned soups containing meat are another major source of hidden sodium and often contain phosphorus additives as well. These foods are designed for long shelf life and flavor enhancement, and salt is a cheap and effective way to achieve both. The high sodium content is detrimental for kidney patients as it exacerbates fluid retention and hypertension. While rinsing canned goods can reduce some sodium, it doesn't eliminate it, and it doesn't remove phosphorus additives. Choosing fresh or frozen versions of meats and cooking them yourself allows you total control over the salt content. If you do use canned ingredients, look specifically for low sodium or no salt added versions. But even then, check the protein source and other ingredients carefully. Relying heavily on canned meats and soups for your protein needs puts an unnecessary strain on your kidneys and makes it harder to manage your blood pressure and fluid balance. It's a simple change, but opting for fresh ingredients is nearly always better when you have kidney considerations. Finally, Let's talk about high-sodium convenience meals that contain meat. These are the frozen dinners, packaged meal kits, and restaurant leftovers that might seem like an easy option after a long day. While they offer protein, they are often loaded with excessive amounts of sodium, unhealthy fats, and preservatives, including phosphorus additives. The meat itself might be processed or lower quality. These meals are designed for flavor and shelf stability, not for kidney health. Consuming them regularly contributes significantly to your daily sodium, phosphorus, and potassium intake, making it very difficult to stay within the limits recommended for kidney patients. The convenience factor is appealing, especially when you're not feeling up to cooking. But preparing simple meals at home using fresh, whole ingredients is fundamentally better for your kidneys. Even simple dishes like a baked chicken breast with plain rice and steamed vegetables are far healthier than most prepackaged meals. It's about making a conscious effort to nourish your body with foods that support your kidneys, rather than burdening them with excess salt and additives. Avoiding these high-sodium convenience meals and focusing on cooking at home is one of the most impactful dietary changes you can make for your kidney health. So, we've covered a lot of ground today, looking at the proteins that can support your kidney health and those that can hinder it. It really comes down to choosing high-quality proteins that are lower in sodium, phosphorus, and potassium, and controlling your portion sizes. We talked about the benefits of fish, lean poultry, eggs, and careful use of some plant proteins like tofu. And we identified the troublemakers: processed meats, large portions of red meat, fried and fast food proteins, unapproved protein supplements, high-sodium canned meats, and convenience meals. Remember how I said something might surprise you? It's often how much hidden phosphorus and sodium are lurking in foods we don't immediately suspect, like those seemingly healthy protein bars or even some plant-based options, if not carefully chosen and prepared. It highlights the importance of checking every label and not just assuming something is okay because it's labeled protein. Managing kidney health through diet can feel overwhelming, but please know that you don't have to figure it all out alone. Making these changes, even one step at a time, can make a significant difference in how you feel and in protecting your remaining kidney function. Remember, small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. It's not about perfection. It's about progress and making better choices most of the time. The most important thing you can do is talk to your doctor or, ideally, get a referral to a registered dietitian who specializes in kidney disease. They can look at your specific situation, your lab results, and your preferences, and create a personalized plan just for you. They can help you figure out the right amount of protein you need and guide you on the best choices and portion sizes for your individual stage of kidney disease. Their guidance is truly invaluable. Making dietary changes is a journey, and having professional support makes it so much easier and more effective. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Taking control of your diet is one of the most powerful ways you can manage your kidney health and improve your overall well-being as you get older. It empowers you to be an active participant in your own care. It's about choosing foods that not only provide the necessary building blocks for your body, but also make the job easier for your hardworking kidneys. Think of these protein choices as an act of self-care, a way to support your body in functioning its best for as long as possible. It requires being mindful at the grocery store and in the kitchen, but the payoff in terms of energy levels, feeling better, and potentially slowing the progression of kidney disease is immense. It allows you to maintain your strength, keep your muscles healthy, and have the energy to do the things you love. So, start small. Perhaps by swapping out one processed meat serving a week for some baked fish, or choosing egg whites for your breakfast omelet. Every little change adds up. We're all in this together, learning and adapting to live our healthiest lives. I'd love to hear from you. What is one protein swap you think you could make after watching this? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else watching if you found this information helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up, as it helps others find this important information. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more tips and advice for living your best life at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Keep making those positive choices for your health. You deserve to live your best life at every age.